What are the 4 points of persistence? My name is Kevin Yoder, mindset coach and creator of the Inner Game of Achievement. I help people improve their patterns of thought so that they can terminate those limiting beliefs, boost their confidence, and accomplish their most inspiring goals for life and business. Napoleon Hill said in Think and Grow Rich that there may be no heroic connotation to the word persistence, but the quality is to the character of man is what carbon is to steel. That's how critical persistence is in the success formula. Point number 1, you must have a burning desire. Napoleon Hill said right in the same chapter that the starting point of all achievement is desire. He went on to say that you keep this constantly in mind and that weak desires bring weak results. Just as a small amount of fire makes a small amount of heat. And if you find yourself lacking persistence, you've got to build a stronger fire under your desire. And that looks a lot like putting yourself on the hook. A lot of people keep their feet in 2 different boxes. It sounds something like this. Yeah, I think I'm going to give that a shot. I think I'm going to give that a shot. Right there are 2 critical words that tell you and me that this individual, and if it's you, pay close attention to your own words. You're not going to do it. Why? Number 1, I think. Meaning, like the other version of that would be, I'm going to do this. See that? Clean up your language so you can clean up your actions. Get rid of the word I think. That means you're thinking about it. Just do it, right? So I think I'm going to give this a shot. Giving something a shot means you're going to try. As the Yoda said, there is no try. As Yoda said to Luke Skywalker, there is no try, there's only do. I think I'm going to give this a shot. That's one way. The other way is to put yourself on the hook, is to say, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to accomplish it in this timeline, and then get to work on it right away. There's a different language that comes out of somebody who's made a committed decision. Pay attention to yourself. How are you talking? Are you letting yourself off the hook, or are you putting yourself on the hook? Most people let themselves off the hook, and vagueness and fluffiness on this stuff is what we call a paradigm. It's a paradigm, which means if you're doing that in one area, you're doing it in all areas, and then the results in your life in all areas, from finance to sales to business to relationships, the list goes on and on. This is showing up everywhere. This isn't operating in a silo. Number 1, burning desire. Number 2, definite plan of action. Plot out, what is it you're going to do first? Where do you want to end up? Mostly those 2 places is the plan of action. And then just note some things that you think you're going to accomplish in the middle. Mostly the middle happens by setting yourself really clear on that end point, the landing spot. You don't look down when you're jumping across a chasm, right? Down in the canyon below. No, you look at where you're going, the landing spot, and you know where you're starting. Those are the most important parts. Number 3, keep your mind tightly closed to negative influences. Meaning, what are you listening to? What are you reading? You know, in real estate, there's a lot of doom and gloom out there. There's a lot of people that have given up. A lot of real estate agents saying, I'm just gonna hunker down and wait. Wait for what? Wait for the new year? No, you'll be the same. Wait for the market to shift. Markets are always shifting. Wait for there to be more sellers. Wait for there to be more buyers. There's no time to wait. Keep your mind closely tightened to outside influence. That means news. You're listening to too much of the news. We create our own economies, my friends. Right here in the heart. We know what to do. It's time to go out there and make it happen. So you can do that through the persistence process. Number 4, form friendly alliances with 2 or more people. This is called the mastermind process. That's also found in Napoleon Hill's book on the mastermind principle. You know, he talked about Thomas Edison and Henry Ford and Harvey Firestone. And these guys, and Andrew Carnegie, of course, they got together and they masterminded. They cross-pollinated. Imagine a powerful group like that, sharing ideas and concepts, all in the vein of helping each other. That's how they had so much success. They weren't smarter than us. They just got together and shared ideas and helped each other. So do that too. So let me just repeat these 4 points again. 4 points of persistence. Burning desire. Burn your ships. Don't leave any opportunity for retreat. This is the only way. Clean up your language. Your language patterns tell you a lot about what you're really committed to and what you're just going to be fluffy about regarding that particular goal or aim. Number 2 is a definite plan of action. Know where you're starting, know where you're going, and realize that if you put yourself that in, a lot of these answers will show up along the way. You don't need to have all the answers up front. That's a fallacy. Don't do that. You'll get caught up in analysis paralysis. Number 3 is keep your mind closed tightly to outside negative influences. Don't watch the news anymore. Cut it off. You don't need it. Don't worry. You'll find out if there's going to be a war. We'll find out about it soon enough. Facebook will tell you that, right? And then also be careful of who you're hanging out with. Your environment shapes your reality more than any other factor, which leads me to number 4. Form alliances with people that are on your side. Mastermind groups are people that come together on a regular basis and help each other accomplish their goals. They cross-pollinate ideas. Elon Musk does that a lot. So did Thomas Edison and Henry Ford, by the way. Now it's time for you to do that. The 4 points of persistence will allow you to be successful now, in the near future, and far off in the distance. No matter what you're up to in your life or business, you can be persistent and you'll accomplish your goals and dreams.